Good morning, everybody. Welcome to my channel. We'll start with Bitcoin and Ethereum, then we'll review all major indices and any stocks you like. You can put a comment and I'll review it in my video next day. All right, so let's start with Bitcoin. You can see Bitcoin here is in front of this resistance, this dark blue line, which is 200 simple moving average. This is daily chart of Bitcoin and it's facing resistance here. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days of resistance, 8 count sell signal. Bitcoin really needs to close above that. You can see yesterday tried to close above that, but today it's giving it back, but still kind of hovering around. I personally think Bitcoin is going here. Next resistance around 68,300. So this is the bigger downtrend line here. So if you can extend it, you can see bigger downtrend line. So probably Bitcoin is in, like if I go to weekly chart, this could be like a big flag. You can see, you can try this as a flag, but let's see, it really needs to close out of this trend line to make it as a flag situation, but we'll see. But the good news is all the momentum indicator, PPO green line is above red line. You can see here, also have green dot on the RSI. So all indicators are showing no reversal. If green line goes below red line, like here, that's an area of concern. You can see it happen here, and then we had a massive dump here. So we don't want that, all right? Now, let's see. I think Bitcoin looks like waiting for some kind of a news to break out. We'll see if there's any news which comes up for breaking it out. But even if it doesn't come back to here, it can come back a little lower. So it could still be a uptrend. All right. So you can see it can still be a, you can see high, higher low, higher high, and we can still make a higher low and then keep going higher. All right, so that's also quite possible, but I would prefer it to go higher at here, and then that's going to be a big test. If it breaks out of this here, that's going to be a massive breakout. So basically what we want to see is to for it to go higher, back test, and then keep going higher to 80k, 70, 80k, 80k. I think that will be the best opportunity. On BTC CME futures, there are no gaps on the top side, but just a caution here, all these green lines are the gaps. I don't know when they will fill, but at some point in a bear market, they will start to fill that. So just keep that in mind. So I'm just keeping it here for my reminder that so many gaps are there still to be filled. Ethereum. All right. So Ethereum is a little weaker than Bitcoin. Still trying to make a smaller uptrend. You can see made a high, higher low, higher high. Now it can still come for a higher low, like I said on our Bitcoin. So you can see this is a trend. You can see higher high, can come for a higher low and then keep going higher. Now on Ethereum futures, there are multiple gaps. Next target is here around 3,000. So in order for Ethereum to go and fill that target around 14-15% away, Bitcoin really needs to go and face this trend line. All right, a pump there will help Ethereum to go and fill this gap, this massive gap down. That's going to be our immediate target. Next target is here around 3,900, but that's ways away. So let's see if it can fill that target. And then just remember, again, Ethereum also has multiple gaps, but at higher time frame, focus on Bitcoin. Again, green line is above red line, which is good news. Let's go to live market. Green line is above red line, still have a green dot on other side. So all indicators are good for Ethereum as well. So, and on, let's look at levels. So Bitcoin here, Bitcoin is in the neutral zone here. So those who want to know more about this level, we buy on green zone, we sell on red zone. This is only for day trading, only for today's trade, not for long-term trading. And if you want to know more about this, there's a join button in the description of this video. Click on it, join my Discord, and also let me know your user ID, YouTube user ID on the comment of this video, and I will move you to Discord private where I share every hour these levels so you can make a good decision. Ethereum, same thing. You can see it here, Ethereum came to the sell zone now. Volume is a bit low, but it's near neutral zone right now here. All right. Okay, guys, that's it for crypto. Please hit the like button on the way out. I'm gonna move to traditional market, S&P 500. All right. So we did get a 8 count sell signal still going higher a bit. So because cycle high is this Friday, so we're looking for a top as per cycle analysis. Okay, so looking for a top and then a higher low and then keep going higher. All right, so that's what I'm looking for. So this is you can see around this Friday or Monday next week. So looking for next couple of days, just chop around here a little higher, grind higher, and then looking for a higher low, and then a massive rally to end the year. So that's what I'm expecting. And there is a gap. If I go to SPY, there's a gap all the way down to 559, and there is a bigger gap here. So I don't expect it to go all the way down here. So at best case, we'll come back down, fill this gap, and then keep going higher. Okay. And on MES chart, let's do side by side comparison with the levels. So on a day trading chart, we are kind of in the middle, kind of in the neutral zone, and we can still go higher. The resistance are above 5800, so I think we are looking for around 5800. And on a live market, still an uptrend. You can see new highs, higher highs, higher low. I don't. The only thing which is bothering me on because it's making a new high, but there's some divergence. All right, so you can see there's a divergence here uh, on RSI. There's a divergence here on PPO as well. You can see here PPO also. You can the price is going higher high, but RSI is going lower high. PPO is going lower high. There are some divergences developing, but you can see here also we were going higher, grinding higher. Like even here, right? Like you can see divergences were building, and but it just broke out and the divergence got erased. So if you get a breakout like that, divergence will erase. So just be mindful of that. So we don't need to get too bearish, but just keep in mind because eventually we got like a big decline here. You can see a big decline here, big decline here because of divergences. So just remember that. But so far, as per cycle, looking for next couple of days of uptrend. So I don't expect to make any short decisions right now. Um, and let's go to Nasdaq MNQ. Here's MNQ. Nasdaq is little weaker compared to S&P 500 and Dow Jones. And if I go to triple Qs here, by the way, it's in the neutral zone right now. And triple Qs, this big gap is here, which is kind of everybody's keeping an eye on. So there's a gap here. It's not going to fill until it touches 476. There's a gap at the bottom, gap at the top. It's right now in the middle. So I do think it's going to go fill this top gap first. So looking for another 2% pump to fill this gap. And then it will make a decision if it wants to come back down to fill this gap or it keeps going higher to a new all-time high. So just keep that in mind. Dow Jones. Let's look at levels of Dow Jones going from sell zone to the neutral zone and new highs. All right. So again, a little bit of divergence on PP and RSI, but again, sky's the limit when you are at an all-time high. Russell is chopping, came to the buy zone yesterday, bounced, came near buy zone again this morning, bounced, and now in the neutral zone. And on IWM ETF, you can see the gap is all the way down here, 218. So it looks like it wants to come fill this gap. So it can come fill this gap and then bounce as well. All right. Toronto Stock Exchange new highs. Little bit gap here. Let's see if they want to fill that. Hang Seng Index, China just going higher. Just massive stimulus announcement, and I think this gap is filled. So it just keeps going higher. So really massive moves. Apple target next target here around 234. There's a gap also at the bottom around 221. So down 0.1%. Sorry, not 0.1%, almost to market. I don't know what the news is. So if it comes back, fill this gap, then look for a bounce. Amazon is flat, no gaps to the top, so could keep going higher. Netflix, new highs. Sky's the limit. All right, Google. All right, so Google could be another good trade. So still from here, facing resistance on this in front of this red line and yellow line. It can still pump and fill this gap. First gap is around 4% away, second gap is around 12, and third gap is around 14% away. So still a lot of room for Google to go. So just keep that in mind. I won't be too bearish on Google, still has long ways to go. Meta new highs, again sky's the limit. So you can keep going higher. Microsoft is again was down a little bit yesterday. Next two gaps from here, the targets are around 3% away, 442, then again around 448, which is 4.5% away. NVDA held the market. Finally, looks like it's a breakout above all moving averages. chopped around here a couple of days and now breaking out. So next target is here, which is going to be filled 125, and then it can keep going higher to new highs. AVGO, again, same thing, going to follow NVDA, looking for new highs. CrowdStrike, couple of gaps. So this should be yellow. So yeah, so gaps, couple of gaps at the top. All these yellow lines still has from that day the server froze. Massive gap down. So until to the top, we have around 27% upside potential on CrowdStrike. So we keep that in mind. A lot of possibilities. Service now is down, new highs. Look to buy the dip. There's a gap here. Oh, they're filling this gap. So they came to fill this gap. It broke out with the gap up. Green line now coming to fill this gap. Commodities, gold, new highs. Not interested here. You can see you can see light green background, very overbought. So let it cool down. Silver little weaker, but again new highs. All these commodities, copper is still okay. Breakout candle yesterday. Other than gold and silver, looks like crude oil is also good. You can see got in front of resistance here, now just cooling down. So all these commodities are taking a bit. You can see this resistance here now going down. So maybe it will struggle here for a bit and then break out. We'll see. Natural gas is going higher. Again, gap up. Price above all moving averages. There is a bigger gap here around 3.53. Could be going higher there. Palladium just flagging out. Will break out at some point. Soybeans also above all moving averages. Next resistance around 1142. Sugar, massive move, so just consolidating above all moving averages. You can see pointed higher, so just consolidating price here. This is a big breakout, so sugar still has ways to go. Wheat also flagging, will break out soon, I think. 470 is the target. Corn is also consolidating, probably will break out again. Next target is 437. Dollar is again near support. Really needs to hold here. If it breaks down here, then it's going to be bullish for gold, Bitcoin, and stock market. We'll see what happens. And yeah, that's it for today. Let's look at VIX. Next target is around 15.61. Next target on VIX is 14 point around 15 and then 14.7. It will keep filling this gap and then a bounce will come in my opinion because I'm looking for SPX to keep going higher next couple of days. Alright guys, that's it for today. Please hit the like button on your way out and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.